Yeah.
I think it was your phone though.
We'll call the June 17th meeting of the City Council order for the private moment of silence followed by. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. Roll call.
Councilmember Alvin. Here. Councilmember Brandon.
Here.
Councilmember Conklin.
Here.
Councilmember Missouri. Here. Councilmember Stevenson. Mayor Long.
Approval of minutes from the June 3rd, 2024 meeting.
I'll second it.
Motion on the floor is second. Any further questions or comments? Call for the vote.
Councilmember Alexander. Yep. Councilmember Brandon.
Yes.
Councilmember Conklin.
Yes.
Councilmember Missouri.
Yes.
Councilmember Stevenson.
Yes.
Mayor Long.
Yes. Public comment requests, any comments? Okay. Unfinished business. 5A, consideration of an agreement for 10-year sewer rate study with Draft Helps.
As part of the annual budget last year, the city council acknowledged that a sewer rate increase, or segment, I should say, of the sewer rate, will be
Could you repeat
Oh, wait, I know.
Someone's telling me there's new sound on it, too much.
Very entertaining, for sure.
and put in assumptions for the next 5.
Okay.
So you do get a pretty concrete form of 5 years. but it can project up to 10. But everything in years 5 on are assumptions.
I didn't read that, I just, I read from 25 to 29. So 5 years is what the agreement is, so you'll do all 10 years, even though just for one price.
Right. Same with water, when we received that study, it shows the first 5 years, which are based on fewer assumptions. Once you get past that, it's based on the assumption of, healthcare going up 4.5%, wages going up 2%. Because we're beyond what any of our labor agreements even are.
Any other questions, Steve? No. Anyone else questions? Do I have a motion?
I move approval.
I'll second it.
Motion on the floor and second for the discussion, questions, comments. Call for the vote.
Councilmember Alexander.
Yep.
Councilmember Brandon.
Yes.
Councilmember Brinker. Councilmember Conklin.
Yes.
Councilmember Missouri.
Yes.
Councilmember Stevenson.
Yes.
Mayor Long.
Yes. Okay. 5B, May 22nd correspondence from Cassidy Township regarding the water system.
I'm not going to read to you because you're all literate. But in your council packet is a copy of the letter that was sent to Castanea Township. That copy of that letter and the corresponding map were also provided to both the record and to the Lock Haven Express. And the only thing I will add is that the anomaly that Fluid Pinpoint Services believed that they had perhaps detected at 14 Keller was excavated today by the city crew and found that it is not a piece of city infrastructure, but an old stormwater inlet with pipe that was full of water belonging to Castanea Township.
Was someone from Castanea Township there when this was going on so that they could see, or is that?
They did have discussion with the street crew of
Okay.
Castanea Township, the water crew.
Questions?
Yeah, other than I appreciate the fact that we did like triple checks, did our own, we had the unit from Suburban, and then we had the professional team in, so that kind of answers a lot more questions.
Yeah, we put an extra step in about, follow up with the caller, to tell them our results. So that's always good.
Okay. Thank you. 5B, LHP through the fence update.
Council was also provided the update that also went to each of the three defense agreements. This copy of this update was also provided to the record online as well as the Lock Haven Express, giving an update that the FAA has requested for each of the agreements to be submitted to them, which has taken place. And both the Bureau and the FAA are reviewing them to see whether or not they will permit the changes that were requested by the pilots.
Any questions on that? Any other unfinished business?
I had none, Your Honor.
New business, 6A, consideration of ordinance number 2024-03.
This is an update to the bylaws of the Ross Library. The president of the board of the Ross Library is here if you have any questions.
You want to speak on it?
Sure. We made a lot of changes, and by that I mean we changed one line. I do not know if you were provided the changes page that I provided, but we adjusted Article 12, which defined our meetings. We voted and agreed on as a board unanimously that we would no longer like to not meet in July and December, and just now not meet in January. So we're adding a month and making sure we get all our end of year stuff tidied up in December then, as opposed to November.
Any questions? What's the wish of council?
Second.
A motion and a second. Any other questions or comments on the motion? Call for the vote.
Councilmember Alexander. Yep. Councilmember Brandon. Oh. Councilmember Brinker. Councilmember Conklin.
Yes.
Councilmember Missouri.
Yes.
Councilmember Stevenson.
Yes.
Mayor Long.
Yes.
That will now be advertised and will appear in the next regular meeting of council for second reading and potential adoption.
Okay. 6B, consideration of agreement for Clinton County Planning Department services.
This is an agreement, as part of the project with the USDA funds, we have to get an environmental review. We looked into services with the Clinton County Planning Department. The agreement cost not to exceed $1,800, unless like it goes into a phase 2 or something where more work is needed. And then operations attached to that. This is significantly less than GFOG we usually use would cost, so this is a good agreement, and it puts the turnaround time 30 days for the review and then 30 days for the advertisements, and then after advertisements it'd be like 2 weeks, they said, so pretty short turnaround time, like 2.5 months.
When we tore those buildings down where the parking lot is now, they didn't do any type of review then. Because they had substructures, they had basements, and I know we filled them in, but I can remember them being filled in. So there was no reviews done when you demolish or build a parking lot?
I would say even if there's.
Or is it not timely that you have to do a new one?
Right, I would say even if, since we're using the federal funds for this new project, so. That's what PLC is.
Any other questions below? We have a motion.
I move approval.
Second. Thank you. Other questions or comments? Where are we paying for this out of?
The grant, the USDA grant one.
Call for the vote.
Councilmember Alexander.
Yep.
Councilmember Brinker.
Yes.
Councilmember Conklin.
Yes.
Councilmember Missouri.
Yes.
Councilmember Stevenson.
Yes.
Mayor Long.
No. Staff update. Says coming to Mr. Conklin.
Yeah, this is just something I had requested, 2 weeks ago at the meeting, got a little distracted early on, so by the time we came back around to the agenda, I frankly forgot about it, because I had it then too. But I just wanted to make a recognition of our city planning staff. Abby and her team have gone above and beyond to find additional funding for projects in our city, grant funding that does not need to be repaid, and for a number of projects. And although there are many projects that they are currently juggling, frankly, all the time, and some of those are 2 or 3 years out that before we're going to start to see action on them. I believe that we city council need to recognize and show our appreciation for the $1 million that she was able to acquire through the grant money, the senator's office, that worked to get for the new city police building, because that makes a huge difference in what we still have from previous funds in the bank. And just to correct some of the local media errors, that station will not take up most of that parking lot. It will take up maybe half of that. And frankly, that lot is half empty on any given day. So, that's just an error that one of the local media made. So I just want to make sure that's cleared up. So thank you, Abby, and your team, because you were able to have partners able to take some of that weight off of you from planning and or from historic advisory and those things, to give you more time to work on the kind of grant money that you've been pulling down. And I am certainly appreciative of it, not just as a council member, but as a city resident. So thank you.
Any other new business? FYI reports, these on. Dedication, for the historical marker down at the Piper Aviation Museum at noon. So, had attended. That's county seems to have gone well.
It was fun. It was, I mean, it was different because of course it was no great this year because there was no staff. But the committees, Steve did a great job at putting things together and making sure it got done. It was, since it was 3 blocks long, people didn't appreciate the crowd as much because it was spread out.
Right, sure.
But frankly, there were 30 vendors, there's a lot of vendors. So I thought it was very nice.
We had our walk with council and we got to walk through while everybody was. It was really very nice.
Yeah, we did our.
We got to
We
have.
did our
We
walk.
got to have our, we got to have the sneak peek, you missed it this time, a little sneak peek at the events, but it was very nice.
We
And
did some buying before it was
we
over.
did, we did a little shop.
I'm thinking advantage for you.
Yeah, yes, we were.
And the next walk with council, I don't know if you have a date set for that yet.
We don't yet, but I'll have it advertised on Facebook and in the newspapers.
And we also had a nice walk at Tyndall the week before, so that was fun too.
Yeah, so I got to fall down 2 weekends.
Yes.
ago.
That's a member conflict. Ben.
The steps broke over to river. Get this up. The steps broke.
But you brought it up.
Since that's an official function, is he covered with workers' comp?
You got,
No, so we're okay.
just shows how old I'm getting.
I think the other thing to bring up, and I know there's been a lot of publicity about it and stuff, but the project at Oberman Park,
Yes.
the Oberman Park playground, it is get fast approaching, so hopefully people are getting excited and people are signing up online, and if you have, I had a little bit of a challenge signing up online, so if you have a challenge signing up online, reach out to cities. You can make sure that you're getting involved. It's a fun time and everybody will enjoy.
August 3rd.
August 3rd.
Let's hope it's not 95 degrees.
Hopefully it's.
Or that it's not pouring down rain.
I'll look at the rain.
Anything else?
Your thing that you're looking, okay.
Yes.
I thought I saw something about that, but I just wanted to be clear.
Yeah.
Anybody?
Anybody. So get online and volunteer.
Anything else?
Just walking in, notice our sign out here is cracked, has a big hole in it. City Hall. If we look into, it's been there for a while. So, again, maybe look into that.
Anybody else have a? Yes,
I called Dunbar here. Was something about Tasmania water issues addressed here?
yes,
14 West. Ah.
Two instead.
I.
That's
You did
I'm sorry.
You said.
No, it's not a leak. So I really can't say too much about it because of the PUC case, filed by 14 West Keller. But what I can say is that the anomaly that was found by Fluid Pinpoint Services was not from city water infrastructure. It was from infrastructure belonging to Castania Township that is an old stormwater inlet. And the pipe underground is full of water. That is not city water.
So I will add to this a little bit. I know they spent all day to, while I was at work, wife works from home, but, I know they definitely on the, meter. And, the thing that kind of looked at disturbing me is, I wish they'd taken the door. and made it up. No, I wanted to pile of rocks, Mayor. But there wasn't no communication.
I'm upset because they dug a hole in the yard and they, a big hole, and they filled that off. They took all our topsoil back. I want that topsoil back. I don't intend to fill that with rocks, just slaps dirt on top of it. You know, they should have brought, set it aside instead of taking the dirt away and filling it with rocks. And then the sewer can, what he was talking about. They didn't even put that back on the way, it's our meter, and it's just sitting there lopsided. They did a poor job, I will say that. And there's been people saying that it's an anomaly underground. I beg to differ that this is a different leak because water is clearly coming from diagonal from us. And
Well,
that's getting to our yard, but it's one up the street into our yard and down over. The city has been saying all along that isn't the leak because this woman has a sump pump. She doesn't even have a basement, let alone a sump pump. We spoke with her. And so it's not a sump pump leaking in that yard, making this water come on down the street. That leak over there needs to be addressed. It's coming down over into my yard.
From the report that was given, the leaks were checked by 3 different companies over there. And it is not a water leak.
Yes, it is.
No, it's,
I think the
well, you can make it what you like. It is not a water leak, man.
I would just caution again, please.
Yeah.
The owners of 14 West Keller have filed, we received notice today, a case in front of the Public Utility Commission, which will be heard under an administrative law judge. This is a trial. I would caution council not to comment on a pending trial. We have information returning as requested to PUC tomorrow.
Yes, no offense, but we're done discussing it because it's a legal issue,
Yes,
okay?
I was advised that's what to do, and I'm going for a year.
I
Or more.
understand and appreciate your frustration. But the legal issue now, we're done discussing.
Okay,
Going
but
through that.
do I have to file with the police department that I'm taking my topsoil? Then that's what. Thank you.
Thank you. Does anyone have anything else to bring before council? See,
Can I ask a question for clarification, and I apologize.
no, go ahead.
Um,
You go.
I just want to make sure that I'm understanding this correctly. So this is a property that it was discovered, it was some pump. So that's not the case. Do we know?
It's in the letter. The city's entire comment is in the letter.
We can't really go any further.
I
It'll be a
understand that.
legal
I'm
issue.
trying to make sure I'm understanding what the letter said. I mean, did it indicate what?
The city does.
Can you not comment on that?
The letter doesn't mention a sump pump. A prior letter assumed that there was a sump pump. It turns out it's not a sump pump, it's just stormwater. But that's semantics.
Okay.
Stormwater and a sump pump, which pumps stormwater, is still not city municipal water.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Anything else? Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I motion to adjourn.